One thing people always ask me is, how do you tie on new colors so you don't have to thread the serger totally from scratch? So I'm going to show you the easiest way to do this. So first off, go ahead and clip, not here, but back here. Clip and leave yourself a nice long tail to tie onto. Okay, so let's say we're putting these threads back on, and what I'll do is I'll just tie them on, but let me show you the knot that I use. I was noticing though in our little quick reference guide, Bernina has a knot that I had not seen in any of their manuals before, but there is a little replacing thread spools, little quick reference, and a knot. Now, that would be a little bit harder for me to show you, so I'm going to show you a little faster one. So here is what I do. All right, so put your thread up, put both ends together. So you've got kind of like they're both hanging out like we're just going to do an overhand knot, like what you would tie a balloon with. So just one big knot like that. So my ends are here, my knot is there, and then give that a little tighten. Now, these knots will go through the loopers, but usually they're not going to fit through the needle. But I will tie them on and pull them through. Of course, the two needle threads are so simple to thread because they're just like your sewing machine. So sometimes I won't even tie on, I'll just thread them myself because I'm going to have to do the thread them through the needles anyway. But with that lovely needle threader that comes with this serger, it's not like it's a big deal. But what I'll do is I'm going to tie them on. Now we're going to go down to where the presser foot is. I want to show you a little trick. So the first thing I want you to do is, if you need to, raise the needles out of the presser foot area, lift up the presser foot and get a hold of the chain. Now when you lift the presser foot, the tensions do release, so it's fairly easy to kind of pull. There'll be a little resistance. But as I pull, I'm pulling, okay, so you can see the chain here, and this is how much of the threads have come out that are not in the chain. And what I see here is actually 6 strands of thread. I'm going to clip this, and that means that 2 of these are a fake. So I'm going to pull these out until I have just 4 of them. And that's because my upper looper thread, my blue one, that's the only reason I would know it's the upper looper is because it's blue, was in here doubled. So once I give it that little clip, that's what allows that to release. Now I have 4 individual threads. Now I do notice something is that my needle threads are down in the throat plate, so I'm going to pull those up. You know what, that wouldn't have made a difference because I'm going to have to thread those anyway, but I can give them a pull. Here's my knots, so I can clip them off, but I can go ahead and pull my knots through. There they go, and we're already threaded. There we go, perfect. And that is how easy it is to pull your threads that are tied on to new colors all the way through the serger. So all I need to do is thread the needles and then do a quick test run that my serger stayed nicely threaded, and making sure that my needle thread, that's my green one, so that's going through the right needle. And then I will make sure that the other one goes through my left needle. And once again, maybe kind of think, how long have these needles been in the serger? Maybe I should change or put some fresh needles in before I start my next project with this new color of thread. So just a quick little test. I'm going to slide some fabric underneath and maybe a few turns by the hand wheel just to make sure everything's looking like it should. And voila, tied on and reset with the new colors.